Cascade Hoops Talk, Billy D. I got Brandon McGruder here. He's the head men's basketball coach, Mayville State Comets. Coach, you're in the bus now, but huge win down there in Sioux City.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, it was a gritty win. I was proud of our guys that bounced back from the weekend, and we've made some adjustments, and we're continuing to grow. But it showed a lot about who we were, and we weathered the storm. And when things got tough, we kind of buckled down and played through some adversity, came out on top.
Have to give you guys a lot of credit. Before we started, I said going there through Sioux Center, Orange City, brutal, two very tough places to play. You suffered losses there, and then you headed down to Sioux City, and you guys were on the road. Your guys could have kind of gave up, but they didn't. They got the 112-104 overtime win against Briar. Talk about the team's toughness.
Yeah, I mean, I think that you're exactly right. And this was by design. I knew coming in that playing Northwestern would be very tough, especially the teams that they have this year. But it was a good chance for us to show, where we're at, and if we want to be, a national tournament team, and especially one that's gonna, I think make a run like Northwestern, then we have to play these teams and kind of see where we compare. And with a lot of new guys, losing 8 last year and bringing in 6 new guys that got thrown into the mix, I think it was a good experience for us all together. We were without our starting point guard, Devin Griffin, went down early in the door game, and was out Trey Swayzer, who averaged about 15-6 for us as a guard. So we came in here a little banged up, but I was very proud of our team's growth over the weekend. And then, I think you nailed it on the head. I think that there was times where we could have easily given up and parted ways, especially with the new group, but they really stuck together. We had a tough practice yesterday and a pretty good shoot around, and I think that it took some punches to the face to us for us to wake up a little bit, but I was proud of how we responded.
In the first half, it looked like you were in trouble. They put a big barrage on you. Talk about surviving that.
It's unfortunately, it's kind of been our MO this year. That
you don't want to get used to that.
No, we definitely don't. But it's kind of been that way. Even practices sometimes where it takes us a little bit of time to get going and trying to, kind of fight through that. But I think that again, we're unfortunately used to those type of situations, and I thought today we did a pretty good job of it. I think even against Dort, on Friday night, kind of hang it up, but we cut it within about 4 points, I think, later in the game. And we show that same type of resilience today. So if we continue to do that, I think we'll be good. I think our guys matured not only through this trip, but even throughout the course of this game. And we show glimpses of how good we can be, but also a lot of room for improvement.
Coach, whatever you fed Darren Jones in the pregame dinner, you're going to have to do that the rest of the season. 31 points, 12 rebounds, a huge double-double. Another guy that played really well for you tonight was J.J. White. Just talk about some of the guys.
Yeah, I was very, pleased to have Darren come back and play. I mean, he's coming off of, he missed the whole fall with playing football this year for us, and got him back a couple weeks ago. So he's still finding his rhythm and finding his time. These games are kind of tune-ups and practices for him, and he's starting to get his rhythm back. And I thought he played well, but I think one of the biggest things that not only him and JJ did was their defensive efforts. I think both of those guys are really game changers along the defensive end. I think JJ, coming into this weekend was number 2 in the nation in steals at just a bit over 5 a game, and with Darren's length, just he challenges and alters so many shots, his ability to rebound and run the floor, may make him a tough matchup. So we definitely will look to utilize some of those intangibles that those guys have. And JJ's shot the ball really well this year. I think, with tonight's performance, he's just under 50% on the season. And, we're looking forward to him to be that consistent shooter and defender that we need. But I was really pleased with some of the other guys that came off the bench. Christian Butler is a guy that showed extreme toughness. He didn't play in the first few games, and threw him in Northwestern and did well, and he got thrown into the mix right away. Tonight, came off the bench, had 20 points for us, had some big stops, and played really well. And that was a position, like I said, we were without our starting point guard, and we had guys, and Justin Fisher had a triple-double this weekend off the bench, and I believe against Dort. So we had some really good production that for guys that, especially new guys, that came in. If we can continue to, get those guys up and have them play that way, I think we'll be a really tough team once we get it all together.
Coach McGruder, you're on the bus headed back to North Dakota. You're going to have quite a good long homestand now. It's a lot easier to fix things at home than it is on the road. What are the things that you want to work out? What are the things you got to improve before you enter that North Star play?
There's a lot, but that's as expected.
Well, yeah, you're a coach, of course. It's everything.
Yeah, there's quite a bit, but I think we've matured a lot, and that's the right step. We'll lose 8 and bring in a lot of new pieces that trying to learn the system and buy in is sometimes takes a while. But I think once we can be really good at being solid, and then by solid I mean on the defense end where we're not gambling, we're not putting ourselves in scramble situations when we don't necessarily have to be, and we can be just content doing that. I think we can become really good, but that's going to take time and obviously some discipline. But that's going to be kind of our main focus, is just to be solid and being consistent in doing that. A lot of times, guys, you get a couple stops in a row, and then you start to when you want to gamble and reach and put yourself out of position, or you sit to the foul line, which has hurt us in the past. But we're doing a bit better job of it. But if we continue to get better that way, clean up some things offensively as far as some silly turnovers and then just involvement, I think those would be our big emphasis these next couple weeks.
Well, Coach, big win tonight. It was nice to end the trip out of Iowa on a good win against a good program. Congratulations for that, and I hope you have a safe trip home, Coach.
Hey, thanks so much. I appreciate it.
That's Brandon McGruder. He's the head men's basketball coach, Mayville Comets. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Bill. Look forward to next time.